Welcome to Throttle Therapy. Today we're going to be looking at the 58 frame and everything that I've done to it over the last couple of weeks. It's welded on and we're to the point now where I have some of the springs and everything kind of getting figured out as far as distance and things go. And I'll start marking those up this week. But I wanted to give an update because it's been a couple of weeks since the last video, so I figured I'd do a somewhat short one and just kind of give you guys an idea how it's going. So here we go. All right, through the magic of editing, this is what we've got done. So I cut the horn, I cut it off. Yes, I stood it up on my gantry. I got tired of bending over. I'm 58, give me a break, all right? So we got this cut. The idea is going to be to slide the other frame in here. So it should fit on the inside because it's 34 inside to inside, which 34 to here. I may have to trim this just a little bit. I'm going to take this inner piece out, and then that should slide inside of this with a few modifications, of course. And then I'm going to cut this all out, see if I can get this out of here, because I don't want that extra lip in there. A little bit of frame straightening here. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. The interior of this thing doesn't look too bad. The outside was a little bit rotted on the horn. You can see right here that this horn's a little bit rotted. That's why I don't care. The subframe, they're Camaro. They're always kind of garbage in these years. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Like I said, I'll be going through step by step and trying to get this cut, get everything put on here right. I want it to be fit perfectly and look like it's not really been grafted in. That's one of the things I hate, is when somebody does a cobble job and they get it in there and it looks horrible. So I'm going to do my best. I'm not saying it's going to look the greatest, but I'm going to absolutely do my best to make it look like it's supposed to be here. And as you can see, I'm wearing a different shirt, so it's a different day. Got a lot done yesterday. The frame is grafted on, kinda. It's about a 2-inch drop. Like I said, this isn't 100% complete. It's close, but I got a lot to do still. We had a lot of measurement issues yesterday, getting everything straight. One of the things I'll say is getting this angle, this and this the same level, and then leveling it across is important. We measured everything about 50 times. Now, the old frame to here to center was about 1/4 of an inch out. So we made it nuts on. So it is 0 right now. Going to end up putting some plates down there. I got to cut the bottoms off of these here. Cut this off. Got to clean that all up, and then I got a little bit crazy with the cutting wheel, so had to put a piece in there. I'll smoothen that all out, make it nice. The idea is to kind of fill this into about the body mount, and then that'll be boxed in, and I'll box it up in here further. Got it burned in on the other side also. It's been pretty good. It actually turned out better than I thought it would. It was a lot of work yesterday. Didn't get out of the garage until about 3. It was about 85 degrees out and 100% humidity, and yeah, the humidity pretty much hit me, so I gave up yesterday. And yes, I already know I'm not the best welder on the planet. I do an okay job. It isn't going anywhere, and I'll grind it and make it look nice. But I mean, it's better than some of them I've seen on the internet, so I'm not gonna kick myself in the rear end too much. But yeah, right now everything's 0 too. We're at 0 tilt. We're at 0 cross. Everything's 0 angle wise. So it's turning out really good. Just a lot more stuff to finish up and everything, get everything boxed in and plated and make sure it doesn't go anywhere, because 800 horse on the street is going to be interesting. So yeah, that's what we're doing. As you can see down there, the frame's sticking out. It was up here also. I cut this off flush, made a piece with the old piece of frame, shoved that in here, then welded it all up, had to grind it some. This is just the beginning. I've just started doing what I'm planning on doing here. Got to fill a little bit right there. Get a piece of steel and shove it in there, not with weld. Then this will be done, grind this off. Then I'm going to cap the inside probably up to probably the body mount. So it'll be somewhere in this area. Cap that whole thing off. Because as you can see, there's a little wow right there in the frame, and I want to make it so it looks nice. I figure that turned out pretty good. I don't think it's bad. It's ground pretty smooth. I'll have to do a little bit more to it, but right now that's it. I think it looks pretty damn good. Yes, I'm not showing you all my horrible welds because I suck at welding, but at least it's welded. And then, like I said, I'll fill that in with a piece of steel, weld it in place, and that'll probably be the end of the outside anyway. Okay, so this is where we're at now. So we've got the frame welded on here, got this covered, same thing on that side, got kind of welded that in there, extra support. Don't laugh at my welds, I know they suck. Same thing under here. The frame is now, the front frame's on. I got the old body mounts off, both sides. I'm going to cap both of these next, and then start pulling cross members. I think that one's got to go. I already started on this one back here. A little bit of the good stuff right here. Nothing major. I just pulled those rivets tonight. A little bit of cleanup. These are stuck. I'm going to have to figure that out. Get that cross member out. That one's definitely coming out because it's going to get boxed in somewhere in this area, and then it'll get the new leaf springs and perches put on the inside for the rear end. So yeah, so far that's how far we've gotten, or I've gotten. A lot of welding. Again, don't laugh at my welds. I know I suck, but it's better than some, worse than most. I'm not a great welder. I can gorilla weld. They're big, they're ugly, but they'll hold forever. Okay, so this is where we're at. We've got the frame on a stand so I can get it out and do some pressure washing. Getting some stuff ready. I still got to put the metal on the inside. Haven't gotten to that yet. This stand is pretty kick-ass, just so you know. I got it out of Eastwood. It was for the vet, and then the vet went on the rotisserie, and now it's for this frame. And it works perfect because this thing's balanced on here and it's nice. Okay, so these are C10 truck, and if my calculations are all right, which they may not be, I can put these up front. I can hang these in the back on the inside, which is going to be back here somewhere. Now, yes, I know these are pretty wide. I'm probably going to have to cut them, but these will get welded to the frame. They'll never come off again. Both sides. And these are going to end up here somewhere, which are still quite a bit larger than the frame because it's only a 6-inch frame. So I don't know, I'm going to have to figure that out, but that drop might be too much. So they may have to come up. So these might get cut also, but it'll get boxed in, and we'll have to see how it works. Like I said, that's for the future of figuring out. This is some pretty thick stuff though. I got these out of, what is it, LMH trucks? What the hell's the name of that place? Oh, LMC truck. And those are thick. Those should be able to take some abuse. And just got to get the shackles and everything else hooked up to it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this purchase so far. We'll see how it goes when I get to putting everything in here. The springs are Camaro springs, which are going to be put on the inside. They're 250-pound Camaro springs, and they're going to be on the inside of the frame. So by all rights, the normal rear end of this thing had 1/2-inch springs, and they were garbage. They weren't very good at all. So I don't know how they're going to work on the inside, being as stiff as they are. But again, if the numbers and everything work out the way they're supposed to, they should be more than strong enough on the inside of the frame. So we'll just have to wait and see. But these are the springs. This is kind of a budget build because I don't have a lot of money. So a lot of this stuff is going to be based on getting it off of Marketplace, which I got these for $100. These will be just fine. So we'll see how everything works out. I just got to get them hooked up, get them underneath here, do some measurements, make sure everything's set straight, make sure everything sets the way it's supposed to inside of the frame. And then we're going to mount those hangers on the inside of the frame. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. There's going to be a little bit of it sucked in a little further because of the frame. I still have to figure that out. I might change these a little bit from how they are, just because I have to do I'm going to have to do some modifications to it. So we'll figure that out when we get closer to it. But yeah, so right now that's where we're at. Start putting the stuff on this frame little by little. I'm going to take it out this weekend, media blast it. So the next video you guys see will probably be clean. Actually, it'll probably be part of this video that it'll be clean because I don't know how much I've made. We'll try to get that done this weekend, and then I can start working on these spring hangers. And yeah, we'll see how that goes over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, that's the plan. Here we go. As you can see here, I've got the spring set in place for the Camaro spring. Yes, I know it's on the outside. I'm just trying to get an idea of where everything sets, because I set it with the plumb bob. It's about as centered as it's going to get, just so I can start doing some measurements on everything and figure out where we're at. As you can see, I got the frame set up here with the spring hangers. So I got the spring hanger here, I got a spring hanger there. That one's going to go pretty much where that is. I have it plumb bobbed up pretty much exactly where it needs to go at 37 inches from the rear. I'll have to do some cross measuring for that. But this one's going to have to go a little bit more forward here, I think, because we've got where the old one was is, you know, back probably 3 to 4 inches. And then I'm going to put the hanger on the inside. One of the problems I have is putting these hangers on the inside. It's going to lose 3 inches plus this length right here. So that means that spring is going to be really pulled in a long ways. So what I might do is I might cut this part of the frame out, or this part of the cross member out, cut the frame, set these tight against the frame and weld them there, and then see if I can, because if these hang low enough, I should be able to box that all in still and have that spring perch not setting out almost to right here, you know, because this thing's going to stick way out here by the time you get this in. So I may mount it tight up against the frame and then box it in for support, and then somehow reinstall this cross member across here also. Some ingenuity. Some of this is going to have to be figured out. Thanks everybody for watching. This is just the beginning of the frame build. We're going to be working on it as much as we can. So please like, subscribe, and leave comments. Some of you guys probably have better ideas than I do. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination an expert at this. So if somebody has a better idea, by all means, let me know. I'm open. Does it mean I'm absolutely going to do what you say? No. But I will take everything into consideration, and if I like it, I will use it. I'm not an engineer. I'm a mechanic. I'm an okay mechanic. So with this stuff, If it works, you know, great. If everything's going to be perfect on this truck, no, not even close. But it's not meant to be. It's going to kind of be a rat truck. So again, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff you do with the internet so that we can get some following on this, and it'll be kind of fun in the long run. So thanks again. Have a great day, guys.